Welcome back to Blazy B, where I'm blazing on B. And today, let's talk about some sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. I love to sleep. I mean, really love to sleep. I go to bed every night around like 9:30, 10 max. Um, and I try and sleep, you know, till 7, hopefully 8 when I have to like work at 10 or noon. So I try and get like 8.5 to 10 hours of sleep a night. No shame in the game. And I love to sleep, and I sleep. I feel like I sleep very soundly, but I don't think I do. And I would love to do a sleep study, really, because I have like uncontrollable legs. So as like, okay, growing up, we'd all go on vacation, right? We were sharing beds, we're a family. And one time I slept with mom, and I just kicked and kicked and kicked, and she like pushed me off the bed, and it was like too much for her. And it's like, Matthew, you want to come and sleep with mom? I think he was on like a trundle bed or something. So okay, fine. But like multiple times I've shared a bed with people, and they're like, "Oh my god, like I cannot share a bed with you. You're just constantly moving, you're kicking." And I guess like I'd be deep sleep, and my mom would come over and like on my shoulders, just like up and down and up and down. Never wake up, but like I'd roll over. Okay, fine. And I'd kind of like stop moving. Um, and I guess I kind of snore too, or like this deep breathing with it. So I'm like all over the place. And back in the day, I used to be like a skydiver sleeper. So I slept on my stomach. I'd flip my head all the damn time, all night long. And I'd just like kick around my feet, kick around my feet, kick around my feet, like a psychopath. And then when I hit my sciatica one day, or like I was sitting on the couch, and I felt my hips drop. And then I like tried to get up, and I fell on the ground and I could not get up. I was an old lady that needed the help button. Um and like had to go chiropractic for a month just to get back to like walking legitimately. So it crushed my spine, and he's like, you gotta switch. You cannot be sleeping on your stomach. That's so bad for your back. So okay, great. So I have to like retrain myself. It's very hard to retrain yourself how to sleep, but I did it. I don't know how. But like I like slept on my side, and I could flip over on my sides, but if I ever like woke up kind of on my stomach, I'd immediately turn to like my side. I had to switch, and I hated it for months. I like did not sleep well, but it was like I cannot be sleeping on my stomach. And at that point it was like, okay, pillow in between the legs, open up the hips. Like I don't want to sleep on my stomach then. Like I'm comfortable in my side position. Okay, fine. So I started sleeping on my sides. That's helping a lot more. But I still flip over in the middle of the night. And when I'm on my side, now I use my foot to twirl my flip. So I like flip myself over, flip myself over to the other cheek. I've got to get that like side cheek, but this time it's not, flat body, but it's like I need to completely flip my body. And I don't flip down, I flip outward, right? So I like on my left side, and then I turn over to my right side, and then back to my left side. And I'm just like constantly getting comfortable and twirling and twirling. But then I sleep. So when I go to bed, I mean, I put on sleep sounds. I usually put on like um different frequencies. I put on like a 400 range or a 500 range frequency, deep sleep frequencies. They really help me sleep, and I'm out within like 5 minutes. I set it for an hour, but like I'm out, and I'm like deep black out. I get set up, done for. Granted, I'm like constantly waking to roll. So cuz I like black, and then I'm awake. Once the alarm hits, I'm out of bed, up, making my bed. Like, I don't need a second alarm unless I've like decided in my head, I deserve to sleep in. I did something last night that was blah, 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 blah. And then I reset my timer, try to fall asleep for 15 minutes. My brain's awake. Usually I just lay there thinking. Um, and if it's not, I'll pass back out for 15 minutes. Okay, great. But then alarm sounds, I'm up straight, make the bed, get out of my room. That's the end of my room. And so whatever. I don't remember any dreams. Like I'm not like coming out of something and it doesn't take me like a hot minute to like, oh, stretch, wake up. It's literally like alarm sounds, eyes awake, up, elevated, done. Throw, pillows underneath, pillows on top, make everything, get the fuck out. So I don't know. I feel like I don't dream, and I'm curious if it's because of like my twirling, and if I'm actually, I sleep for those 9 hours, 10 hours, but like, am I actually getting into REM cycle? Granted, I do smoke weed every day. So yes, I might not be dreaming because of that. But there's times in my life that I've given up smoking for months. And then when I was in the Peace Corps too, never dreamed. Just never dreamed. It was like I was out like a light and up. But like hip pain because I'm twirling all night and I feel like I don't get comfortable on my left side. My left hip's a little fucked. And like my lower spine still is just like so I don't know. I'm very but like okay, I flip not like there it gets deeper because I go through sheets. I think I have razor blade heels and I try and scrub them, but like I'm not paying to get my nails good. I'm not paying for a pedicure unless I like need it for something. So I'm like, I scrub my heels. But back in the day as a swimmer, I had lots of feet warts, like implant warts, like plantar warts, not implant warts, plantar warts. Which is very common as a swimmer on a pool floor. It's just like a thing. It's not gross. I mean, it's gross, but it's not that gross. So I got them frozen off. Okay. So my heels have been frozen off. So they're like a hard, you know. But I scrub them with that, like, the scrub, the stone, and still, I think my heels are razor sharp. So when I'm flipping, I'm catching my heels and I kick through sheets, legitimately kick through sheets. Or just rub it to the fact that the threads are just disgusting. And I will leave holes in my sheets. Even when I'm like washing my sheets and I'm flipping, choosing the sides and like rotating, I am going through them. There's fuzzies everywhere. I've just collided the shit with it. And like now, I sleep. I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm like waking up a lot because I have to flip over with my pillow because now I sleep with like a pillow between my arms, a pillow between my legs, and then my neck, my back, the head pillow, and so maybe that transfer of pillow is just a little too much while I'm sleeping. So then I put a pillow on the other side. So when I go to bed, I've got a pillow on my head, pillow on each side of my arms, and then an actual leg pillow that's like a divider leg pillow, specifically for your legs, thighs, right? And so then I don't have to worry about that either. Like when I used to sleep with a big pillow and I'd be flipping my legs at night, that would always catch and I'd just be constantly feeling that. But now I've got the smaller pillow, all good in the hood. And I've gotten better at sleeping on my side, but I still just rolling around. And I don't think anything of it. I don't know really of it until someone else is like, you are dancing in your sleep. You are constantly moving. I went on a trip with my boss. She's like, you twirl and twirl. Like, what are you doing? It's like a tornado over there. I don't know. Someone give me a sleep study, please. And even like when I used to wear a Fitbit, I think that was like actually messing up my sleep. I really did not like that heart rate monitor, just like at all times. But when it was tracking it, like I got decent sleep, but you could see like little portions that like spike up or like spike down, someone's out of whatever. But it said I got down into REM cycle. So it's like, why don't I dream? But I think it also has to do with I don't have an inner voice. And so then that's like just this nice blank space I've got going on. So when I go to sleep, there's nothing really to process because I'm not even thinking about anything I'm processing? Does that make sense? I feel like I'm in the present and I don't think about much else except what is happening in the moment. You know? Maybe you don't know. Cuz everyone tells me their brain is like, and you're like, "What are you thinking about?" And they're like, "Oh, well, blah, 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 blah." And I'm over there washing my dishes going, "Soapy, soapy water." That's as far as I go. It is peaceful. I will tell you. Um, and I sleep peacefully. I guess I've had like not night terrors, but if I watch like something and an image pops into my brain and I don't like it, then I'll kind of like wake up from that. But I think I used to wake up a lot more when I slept on my stomach. I think I was suffocating myself a little bit because I'd have those like falling off a cliff and then breathe moments. I do a lot less of that now, and I think that's like sleep apnea, right? You're like not breathing, so you gasp for air. So I've since gotten a lot better at that. I haven't had that happen a lot recently. Um, I don't know. My sleep's a little weird. Someone want to come watch me sleep? No, I'm just kidding. That's fucking weird. But yeah, dreams. I want to like interpret dreams. I want to like have these things or like see these things and I just like don't. The nearest I get is like if I've taken something and I'm wanting to go to bed and my brain is just making colorful like set list light DJ. That's as deep as it goes. And then blackout, wake up, do it again. Just dark, all dark. Not too shabby though. But yeah, sleep. Sleep is important and I love it and I would rarely give it up. You're special if I choose to give up sleep for you. Just FYI. Cuz I love me some sleep.